Hiya, it's Jen, and I'm here with a little special Christmas recording. Christmas, holiday, New Year, solstice, season, whatever religion, faith, lack of religion, belief system you have. This time of year is a funny old time of year. And if you live in the same part of the world as me, I live in Yorkshire in the UK. It's a bit grey and grim and dark and cold, which also makes it a funny old time of year. Um, so I wanted to talk about consent as usual, and why consent matters at this time of year. And I have to give you a bit of a warning on this one. That I am going to mention suicide. So if you don't want to hear about that, switch off. So a good friend of mine, about a week ago, took the decision to end her life. And it's very, very sad and tragic when anybody chooses to do that. And I've been grieving. And at the same time, I absolutely respect her choice, and that was a choice that she'd considered quite a long time before she decided to take it. I wish she hadn't made that choice, and I wish she'd felt she had more choices available to her. But I'm quite sure that she knew that she was loved, and that's, in the end, I guess, the ultimate self-consent, the decision to live or to decide not to live. I hope nobody who's listening to this ever decides that not living is the right choice for them. You are loved, I'm quite sure of it. We all are, by someone, somewhere. And if you're not sure, I love you, even if I've never met you before, because love is so powerful and so much bigger than the romantic chocolate box idea that we all have of it. And at this time of year in particular, it's really, really difficult to recognize that when all the movies and all the stories are of happy families, tradition and traditional happy families, doing happy family things, and it being the most wonderful time of the year, and people having plenty of money to exchange presents, or if they haven't got enough money, they've got a wonderful life to share with their loved ones. And so if you're alone, it's very hard not to be lonely. If you're away for any reason from people who care about you, it's a very hard time of year to be going through that. If you've lost someone, it's a very hard time of year to be going through that. If you haven't got things, it's literally a week, less than a week now till Christmas. And if you're British and you bump into someone right now, I bet you'll be saying, oh, I'm nearly ready for Christmas. I've just got to get a few bits and bobs, a few more bits, a few things still to get for it to be Christmas. Well, you don't need any things. You don't need that. It's easy to say that though, isn't it? It's easy to say, yeah, I don't need things. Yeah, I don't need gifts. My kids don't need the shiniest, newest, biggest present that, that's the same thing that all their friends are getting. If you're struggling, it's really horrible. But you don't need matching pajamas, you don't need fairy lights, you don't need a Christmas tree, you don't need any of that stuff. And I'll tell you what else you don't need. You don't need to spend Christmas with people who you don't like and enjoy the company of. You don't have to do that. If family is uncomfortable for you, And my goodness, family was uncomfortable for my friend. You don't have to spend Christmas with the people that were your family. There are other people out there who are better company, and you're a better company for yourself than spending time with people who make you feel, people whose company leaves you feeling like you're not enough, like you're not lovable, like you're not the magical, brilliant person that you can be. You don't have to be happy at Christmas. You don't have to sing carols. You don't have to be jolly. You don't have to give gifts. You don't have to receive gifts. You don't have to say thank you for gifts that you didn't really want. You don't have to be nice. You don't have to accept that you're being bar humbug if you're not nice. If it's not your thing, for whatever reason, you are allowed to say no at this time of year. You're allowed to say yes to yourself and give yourself the gift of peace, of freedom from obligation, of kindness to yourself, as well as to the people that you feel are important. Of course, it's a time of year for love and kindness. I'm really, really hoping that you can give that love and kindness to yourself this year. Take a moment for yourself and decide what gift you want to give yourself for the day, for the hour, for the minute, just to get through it, because it isn't the most wonderful time of the year for everyone. And you're not alone in that, if that's how you're feeling. So, yeah, thanks for that, for listening. And have a Christmas, have a holiday, have a season, have a winter solstice, and have it the way you want to have it. You get to decide. You get to take care of you. And you get to decide that you're worth it. And you get to stick around and enjoy the year ahead. Cheers. Lots of love.